so I really don't know. Used to getting a schedule telling you where to go and what to do. It's different than having somebody telling you where to go.
That is kind of the abrupt nature of playoffs ending, isn't it? If you're in a certain rhythm and then bang, all of a sudden it's over.
Yeah, it's you wake up the next day like, I don't need to be anywhere or do anything. It's just really weird, you know. You still want it. Your body's still in that mode. You want to keep going, keep playing. It just stops.
There seems to be a sentiment that you guys can make this into a positive to get as far as you did and potentially build on that. Is that kind of the attitude everybody's trying to take at this point?
Yeah, definitely. I think you get a feeling of the work it takes to get as far as we did. Basically halfway there. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done in order to get to that next level and that Stanley Cup. But to have put that work in and get that feeling of winning a couple series, it's an experience you got to build.
Is the feeling different after making it to the conference finals this year as opposed to the past years, getting knocked out earlier? Is it still just disappointment, didn't win the cup, that's their goal?
You take a little bit of satisfaction getting further and making it to the Final Four. I think it might be a little bit tougher when you get so close and you lose, but you got to look at it that you did get close and build off of that.
Patty, can you describe this offseason and how you'll approach free agency?
Yeah, it's new for me, so we'll have talks. And as far as anything else, I don't really
you said the other day that we like San Jose. Is part of it too the family aspect? I mean, you have a family, and San Jose has been important to you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've put down roots here, love the area. Wife's from here, so it's been helpful.
But you know other teams are going to make a run at you. I mean, you just know that's coming.
Sorry?
Other teams are going to make a run at you, I'm sure.
Yeah, if it comes to that, yeah.
Do you feel like you at least need to give yourself the option and see what's out there? I mean, it would be not in your interest not to, right?
I mean, right now we're gonna have discussions with San Jose. Basically, that's all I'm gonna say.
That's where I want to be. I want to take a step, and let's face it, the mission is not accomplished yet, and I want to be a part of it, but I don't know if it's up to me, so we'll see.
Do you feel that you guys are closer to accomplishing that mission now?
What I mean, I feel we are closer, but closer is not good enough. Well, it's different, to be honest with you. It takes, I don't know, 2-3 weeks to kind of, you're on the schedule, you're doing different things, you're around the guys, and you enjoy that time because we've been doing this for so long, and now all of a sudden you don't have a schedule, you don't have guys around. It's a little bit different. I mean, the good thing that a lot of us have families around, and so we can, I guess, I spend a lot of times with them, but it is different. It takes adjustment to, for me at least, 2-3 weeks, because I still get up at the same time and and do this stuff in the routine I do during the season. So, but then kind of after 2-3 weeks, it's kind of disappeared. That routine is different than it's in the summer routine.
Last thing for you, do you feel like you've been in enough situations to know when you've got something good that you can appreciate, like here in San Jose? People say you don't know what you have till it's gone. Do you feel like you know what you have here, and that's one of the reasons why?
Well, now we're talking about you. You trying to talk to me about it like I'm gone.
It seems like you feel like maybe the ball is in their court. Is that how you're looking at it
Well,
to start off with?
I think so. That's how, the things are. If people are interested, it's not in my court really. It's up to the organization to, see, and then after that, it's going to be in my. So it's like your decision, then it's my decision, and then it's going to, alter. But it's a weird situation for me. I haven't faced that situation in a long time. So to be honest with you, I don't know what's the right way to answer. Like I said, I will say one word, the guy will turn around and will put it in another word. So that's what I'm thinking, because it's. But
if you had a choice, would you like to see the same team come back next year?
Absolutely, I would like to. I would like to be with these guys because I think I think that's we're having a really good team. We've been through a lot of different things. We've been through a bad season. We had really good seasons. So I don't like not to finish something. So I would love to finish something and say, okay, now I can sleep well. But until it happens, can't really.
Can you look at this as a building block and a positive in the sense that you got someplace where the team hasn't been for a long time?
I think so. We've been having the high bar. We raised the bar really high, right? So we kind of were jumping up and down, and now we came that far, and we feel like we are right there, and we feel like we played well against Chicago. And so now, with this being said, it's a new challenge because the season, was better than any others. So now, how we're going to handle that, and it's really important to remember how hard it was, because a lot of people, I guess, don't understand how hard that was to play against Detroit. But the score was 4-1, so a lot of people will say, it was easy enough, Detroit this. Now you hear, Detroit wasn't good enough, or whatever. Before the series, everybody was talking about, they're not going to beat Detroit. Then you beat Detroit, and people talk about, Detroit wasn't the same Detroit as was a year ago. So that's what kind of kicks you off sometimes. And, but like I said, we beat a good team. They were great, and so we lost to the great team also. So now we have to raise the bar even higher, for ourselves, and to work even harder.
I guess the other nature of this always is that in the off season, you always know that some people will be not all the same faces when you come back to training camp. But am I right in hearing you that you'd like to see the core stay together? Obviously including yourself as part of that core.
Right, absolutely. Like I said, it's sometimes you feel like you're part of this for so long, and you didn't get the job done. So you want to be here to get the job done, and that's the way I feel. I don't know, I'm not going to speak for everybody else, but that's the way I feel. And it's like, not finished business or whatever. You want to win with these guys. You want to be with these guys, and you want to feel that feeling with this group.
Well, when you lose, you think the world's going to end, and then you kind of have a couple days to think about it and reflect on the year. And I think we had a pretty darn good year, and the big step we took this year, and now we just got to learn from it, build from it.
How would you assess your play this year's playoffs compared to the years past here with the Sharks?
Good. I felt comfortable this year. Felt healthy going into the postseason, so I felt good. Many GMs always say if you get to the conference final, with the team, you're doing something right, and I think, hopefully Doug can keep this group together, because I think we really had a good group of guys this year that meshed really good together. And, but yeah, I think reflecting on this year, I think it's a good year. We had a lot of fun. The fans really got into it this year, and it was an exciting year for all of us.
I guess the other thing is that it's always the nature with the professional athletes that in the offseason there are going to be some tweaks. There's not going to be all the exact same faces in there. How do you guys deal with that? Do you even worry about it or think about that kind of thing?
You really can't worry about it because it's out of your hands. So I think Doug's done a great job here in the past, and I assume he'll make this team competitive and hopefully have most of the guys back that we had this year.
Do you talk to any of the free agents on the side, trying to convince them to stay or anything like that?
No lobbying. People love it out here. When they come out and play out here, it speaks for itself with the fans. It's just the quality of life great out here.
Except before the series, Stanley Cup or bust is what it is for this franchise. So does that make this year a disappointment?
It's once you're in in the playoffs, you think you're going to win. I think it's not a total disappointment. I think we've learned a lot as a team, as a group, and like I said before, you get to the conference final, you're the last, in my opinion, the two best teams in the NHL going at it. So it's I think it was a pretty good darn year.
Did the better team win?
No.
Have you contemplated what it would be like without Patty here?
No. Have you?
You don't want to think about it?
No.
Or? Mm-hmm.
So who knows, David? I like I said, I just I felt healthy, and just having Patty, play really, really well. I think that helps, as a passer. So I think, a lot of things have to go in together, but I think, we worked pretty good this year. Yeah.
The team has such camaraderie in this room. What will it be like for you guys after spending full time together?
Yeah,
it's
tough. It's tough because you spend every day together, and you are like a big family. And when everybody leaves, it's kind of sad, but you kind of wait for September to come. But the days go by a little longer, but hopefully the summer will go by quick. We'll be back at it early in September.
Do you and your wife have plans for the summer? Have you set up?